last time I played this in public, I was listed as Ace Pounder of Ace Pounder and the Cowboy Bill Orchestra. And this was our theme song. And I wrote this song very near where Mr. Roth is down in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So. Waves of asphalt, grain-filled islands, white-lined sunlight, God's hair clouds, cowboy cactus, wind-rain sculpture, shivered sunsets down fence-lined road. Photo awnings, whitewashed mansions, coffee diners, front porch beers, Bill's and Emma's Sunday steeple, homemade shyness, hometown stay. We were just another roadside attraction, local color on the moon. We were just another U.S. reaction. Hey, we're more than glad to sing for you. Nervous pool halls, new McDonald's, polished pickups, TV hair, train museums, CB trucking, shopping plaza, credit here. We were just another roadside attraction, local color on the moon. We were just another U.S. reaction, hey, and more than glad to sing for you. More than glad to sing for you. True story. Am I okay?
Yeah, you're levels? Good. You're okay. Yeah.
All right. So that was written sometime in 1976 about the way the country was changing. It came from local cultures to a national culture. It was very interesting to see that as we went along. There's something a little different. This actually was inspired by a comment from my old friend Mark David Manders, who's a wonderful songwriter and musician, a local guy. I haven't seen him in a while, but we used to be neighbors and used to hang out. He's a wonderful guy, and he had well, the idea is his. The song is mine. So. Well, I was standing by the stovetop making pancakes while my family waited patiently. But just as I began to pour the batter, I was interrupted by an office call for me. By the time that I returned, the pan was smoking. I scraped and pulled that pancake free. But just before I could toss it in the garbage, I saw a face looking back at me. It kind of looked like Elvis, though maybe it was Moses, though it could have been Jesus or Friar Tuck. There must be someone out there on eBay so I can sell it and make a buck. Then while almost to my office with my coffee, my arm was smacked by a running SVP. The coffee went flying in slow motion and landed with a splash all over me. My clean white shirt suddenly was mocha. I closed the door, and as I wriggled free, just as I went and hang it in the closet, I saw a face looking back at me. It kind of looked like Elvis, though maybe it was Moses, though it could have been Jesus or Friar Tuck. There must be a buyer somewhere on eBay, so I can sell it and change my luck. Well, I was fumbling in my pocket for my car keys. Work was out and I was feeling pretty wound. As I hit reverse, I felt a little better. And it was then that I heard that awful crunching sound. I saw my battered iPhone on the pavement, lying where it really shouldn't be. But just before I tossed it in the backseat, I saw a face looking back at me. It was the face of Sauron, or maybe L. Ron Hubbard, though it could have been Nixon or Chairman Mao. Maybe it was Reagan or the late Merle Haggard. And I just stood there and just said, wow, it kind of looked like Elvis, though maybe it was Moses, though it could have been Jesus or Friar Tuck. There must be a buyer somewhere on eBay, so I can sell it. Hey, what the heck?
That's a good.
Little silliness, you know.
I like silly.
Me too. And the next one has some silliness to it as well, I confess. This is, let me just get the other guitar while I'm doing this. This is a song as a result of a conversation I had with somebody. I am a huge dog fan. We have 3 dogs. Dogs are my favorite people. And somebody was talking to me and they were saying, well, you know, humans, we have all this culture and language and all this great stuff and this and that. And I was listening to him for a while and I said, yeah, but dogs know all about love. Some people know about particle physics, rabbinical mystics, postmodern heuristics. You might be hip to multivariate statistics, but dogs know all about love. You might be familiar with Maxwell's equations, Bach's variations, the Church Reformation. You might know all about Hawking radiation, but dogs know all about love. Dogs know all about greeting you gladly. Dogs know all about loving you madly. Dogs know all about unbounded elation, that special relationship with someone you love. You might be acquainted with Fourier's series, Piaget's theories, Timothy Leary. You might be a fan of the work of Frank Gehry, but dogs know all about love. You might be an expert on Precambrian fauna, restoration drama, post-industrial trauma. You may have written a book report on Vasco da Gama, but dogs know all about love. Dogs know all about greeting you gladly. Dogs know all about loving you madly. Dogs know all about unbounded elation, that special relationship with someone you love. Some people know about social cognition, ancient Egyptian, the KT division. You might be a whiz at nuclear fission, but dogs know all about love. Dogs know all about love. Dogs know all about love. Dogs.
I love dogs too.
All right, this now, let's see. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the ones I wanted to do with the jazz guitar, but I'm just going to do it anyway with this. This is a sad one, but a lot of my love songs are sad ones because guess what? Most of my love songs, my love experiences are a little sad. So there you go. You know, I'm going to tell you. This is called Time to Sing the Blues. I've always been fascinated with the moment before something actually happens, that threshold in action. T.S. Eliot talked about it better than I could, but nonetheless, this is the song about that. Winding down, you know it too. Our dance is almost done. We've had our days and hours in the sun, but time just isn't good enough to act as an excuse. But it's not time quite yet to sing the blues. I see your eyes in joining them, the other men around. I think I know which one it is that you have found. You're with me out of habit still, but ties are getting loose. Still, it's not time quite yet to sing the blues. We've been lovers for too long to just be happy friends. Endings are traumatic no matter why it ends. We argue much too often and sometimes even fight. It's not hard to see that something really isn't right. Well, how can we end this gracefully with a minimum of pain? I never did like walking in the rain. The time for us is running out. We know we'll hear our cues. Maybe now it's time to sing the blues. Another sad song. What are you going to do? All right, let me try a couple on piano. I have a little bit of time, so there you go. You get back there. Good. All right, now we're going to have the The camera two, move, camera two. Okay, camera two is moving. So I can sit here. There we go. Okay. Is that cool? Am I hearable and all that good stuff?
So far.
All right. All right, let's see. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try something fancy and put the microphone there, closer to me. And I won't do Closer to You or whatever that song was. All right. Actually, strangely enough, the next song that I'm going to do has the word closer in it. That wasn't my brilliant stagecraft. That just worked out that way. Now, a couple of the ones I played for you are older, a couple of years, or even back to 76, but this is about a month old, so. Yes, these are the hard times, like our grandparents lived. Sacrifice calls us to give all we can give. But unlike the 30s, we must break our hearts. We must stand united while being apart. Closer together while farther apart. May these days remembered when our people showed heart. Let's show our mettle, let's do our part. Closer together or further apart. Yes, we will get over these tough viral times. Once more we will gather, chatting in lines. But we must stop when we'd rather start. We must stand united while being apart. Closer together while farther apart. Let these days be remembered when our people showed heart. Let's show our mettle, let's do our part. Closer together while farther apart. And now, if I may, I'm going to go back to, I'm going to finish. I think I have enough time to do two, so I'm going to finish on something that I wrote recently. But let me do an old one. This is a happy love song. This is where, in the end, I got the girl. So that's a good thing. Oh, I have no idea where some of these things are. Maybe here. Okay. All right. Sometimes now I see your smile in a bar I am trying to play in. But then I realize it couldn't be. Your soft black hair and loving eyes surround me like a fountain. You're still a part of me. Our love is like a ruby, in a fortune teller's ring. I can see our past, our future, joy our love could bring. I speak of you as if you're here and laugh to tell our stories, as if you're living just a block away. Up to the sky and past the moon, our love will shine through distance. But I want you today. Our love is like a ruby in a fortune teller's ring. I can see my past, my future, and all the joy our love can bring. Our love is like a ruby in a fortune teller's ring. I can see our past, our future, and all the joy our love can bring.
That is really nice. I really enjoy listening to your keyboard and your
Oh,
singing.
thank you.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
great. Yeah.
All right, you got time for one more, or man?
Yeah.
That's it. All right,
You got one more. Yeah, you got about 6 minutes if you
Yeah.
want.
All right. We crowd around the railing for a glimpse of New York streets. Garlic spice and diesel flows spread through our rustling feet. And all my fellow passengers, they seem to look just like me. Killer 18, it's America, you see. Get on board, get on board. Get on board the American dream. They came in by the boatload from all around the world, from tyrants' persecution to hope's freedom unfurled. Hungarians and Chinese folks, Italians, Greeks, and Jews. If all the world it's America they choose. Get on board, get on board, get on board the American dream. And now they come from southern lands, escaping death and crime. Like our relatives before them, they arrive without a dime. So let's extend our arms to them and help them on their climb. Kelowna, yes, it's still America's time. Get on board, get on board, get on board, the American dream.